Welcome back to another episode of United State of Mind. It's myself, Lies. To my right is my boy Culture Cams. I was gonna ask you how you're doing, but I want to ask you, Cam, about how the last 24 hours have been. They were all asking for you yesterday. They're saying,
Oh,
"Where's
for real?
Cam? Where's Cam? Why is Haj here?" They were enjoying Haj for sure, but they
Yeah,
were really wondering where you were. So I'm gonna give you the stage. Tell them about the last 24 hours. You saw a great game, enjoyed your birthday well. Take it
yeah,
away.
bro. It's been good. It's been good, man. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, birthday happened. Big up everybody that wished me a happy birthday as
Of
well,
course,
bro.
bro.
So much that I just had to do a generic post. I would have wanted to thank everybody, but damn, you know what I mean? I'd have been there for long, man. So now, big up everyone for the messages as well, man. Really appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. Like, obviously, went to OT. Got invited down to OT, man, headed down there, and it was nice, man. You know what I mean? Went with Margs, Geordie, from Filthy Fellas. I'm sure everyone knows Margs, obviously Filthy as well, and HP in it, Harry. So it was nice, man. We went to me and Harry ended up getting onto the pitch side, done a few things, box situation, eating steak.
For
Wait,
real.
I was watching Man United and eating steak, bro.
Whining and dining.
What a crazy life, man. But yeah, honestly, it was lit. It was fun. And as you saw, I coached I coached a 2-0. I hope people know I coached a 2-0. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that was so lit. And bro, to make it better, it was an absolutely amazing game, bro. That's the most important thing.
Mm.
What a game, the atmosphere, Old Trafford under the lights, bro. That stadium deserved top footballers. Like that arena, like that place deserved success, man. I just hope it comes back. But as I said, the redeem team. You know what I mean? Let's get into it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You
Look,
know, tacticals.
there's been a lot of good performances this year that have really got the fan base buzzing. Liverpool, it felt like it was like a new start to the season. It was the third game of the season, but it felt like a new page. The
Mm,
Arsenal game was huge, right? Antony's debut to beat a team that had been unbeaten to that point and still is without that game was huge. But I
mm,
tweeted this out at halftime cam, and I got a lot of mixed responses. I said the first half was the most dominant performance under Eric Ten Hag that we've had this season. Opposition kind of taken into account. And a lot of people were like, well, can you really take much out? And that's really the question a lot of people are exiting the game with. How much of it was United being excellent, and how much of it is Antonio Conte coaching the Spurs team to be a team that likes to absorb pressure, likes to be on the back foot and hit you on the break? But there's
mm,
one thing about Antonio Conte's tactics, Cam, that even me as a big critic of him have to give to him. His teams sit back, absorb pressure, but they hit you with devastating breaks. They create
mm,
chances. It's not like they create one chance a game and score. They create chances through their speed, through their
mm,
counterattacks. And Man United completely nullified Spurs on the break yesterday. And I give huge credit to their press. And it's something that, you know what, even under Fergie towards the latter years, we weren't huge pressers. Van Gaal wasn't a huge presser. Moyes, Mourinho the same way. Ollie, we know it. Ranić, we saw it one half against Crystal Palace where we were pressing like how he likes to press. But this was a full 90-minute performance of locking a team in their own half and not letting them get out, putting our foot on their neck and not letting them breathe.
yeah.
From minute 1 to minute 90, I thought we were comprehensively the better team. We created chances for fun. I think the first half we had 19 shots on target, or 19 shots, which is more than we've had in any game total this season. I think that's really a performance that you look at it and say that's an Eric Ten Hag side. And to say that when he doesn't even have all his players, and he doesn't even have Ericsson, who's been a huge part of his team this year, what a day.
Bro, honestly, everything you're saying is correct, man. Like, honestly, so dominant. Bro, so dominant in every area of the pitch. And that is the most important thing. It started with a press. It continued with a press. And then second balls, third balls, fourth balls, bro. There was times where there was literally passages where Man United were winning every single ball. And I'm telling you, that stadium erupted like a
Mm.
goal went in. Yeah, bro. The stadium erupted, bro, and the players fed off that, bro. Like, it was such a good performance, and it shows that, bro, you perform, the fans will be behind you and will drive you to further things. Fred, running everywhere. After that disaster, this is the thing about Fred. He's such a roller coaster. After that disaster class to drop that monster class, it was unreal. And bro, everything about the performance was good. So many things the way you had the dash still. Oh, what about the Kane Son situation? Any long ball, Varane snuffed it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. You're not going to beat me for pace. I'll have that. Kane can never beat Varane for pace. Son, he was trying his little things. I'll snuff that out. Kane, you want to drop deep? Butcher's coming. You know what I mean? Butcher's coming. You know what I'm trying to say? The Butcher's
Yes,
coming.
sir.
Clamp on him, bro. Left him on the floor a few times. And Kane, if you want to go deeper, Miro is there, bro. Like, you know, bro. You know what I mean? Like, yo, we're patrolling zones, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So, how long? We'll get into like the individuals and stuff.
Yeah.
As a team, I don't even want to just talk about the performance. I mean, I don't even want to just talk about the grit, the fight and stuff. On the ball quality was excellent, bro. On the ball quality, Man United were passing it around. You were being fast. Any counter opportunity, they were up for it. Every player was going. Dallo was going up. Luke Shaw got the ball through a few times and was coming forward. Him and Sancho, maybe we'll get into that. Their relationship's a little bit strange, but he was doing well on the ball. Everyone was together in what we need to do. Bruno even had a good moment. He even had a good he had a better game than he usually does. He actually had a better 90 minutes getting around as well. So Rashford up there. On another day, we're talking about a match ball. He's walking away with a match ball. But forget about the chances, the overall threat he was causing Spurs. Unreal. The defending, bro, it was honestly, it was brilliant. That partnership between Martinez and Varane just got to continue growing. Yes, Haaland and Foden and whatever, they did their thing. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. We're not ready for Etihad away games yet. You know what I mean? We move. But what we're doing right now is dealing with home court, as they say in basketball. You deal with home court and you see what happens after that. Arsenal come here, you're getting run out. Liverpool, you come here, you got run out too. Spurs, you're out of here too. So I want a good performance, obviously, away from home against Chelsea. However, you come to Old Trafford, these big games, Ten Hag showing you, we'll deal with you here. We'll make it a semi. It's not yet a fortress. It's not a fortress yet because
getting there though.
Run them out. Brighton came and won, I think it was. However, you got it's small pieces, and I'm telling people now, Ten Hag, you got to let this guy work. We have the right manager in charge, bro. The right manager. And that is signs of it. Imagine that week in, week out. That's what Liverpool see week in, week out. That's what Arsenal are starting to see week in, week out. That's what City see week in, week out. You want to constantly do it. And that is what I was so impressed with, because sometimes I think, do we have enough legs? But Fred was ready today. Bruno was ready. Casemiro was ready. And it's like, keeping a press for 90 minutes isn't easy. There was one moment, it was like, honestly, 88th minute, 87th minute, and Shaw, I think it was, just battered a guy. He just went into a guy, still high up the pitch, intensity. I was like, yeah, okay. These men are drummed in right now. You know what I mean? Like, these men have been told, don't stop. Like, finish yourself. Leave blood, sweat, and tears on the pitch right now. So, for me, there was only one average performance out of the players, but overall, like, it was a great performance, and every player for me would, apart from maybe one, as I said, will probably have had like a 7, 8 out of 10. Honestly, bro, what a game, man.
I'm with you. No, I completely mirror everything that you say, bro. Honestly, and like that last bit, the blood, sweat, and tears. Every player left it all out on the pitch. It's very cliche to say that, right? Like, you get like you that stereotype is kind of put on like the top red fan or whatever. But at the end of the day, every single fan at their core just wants to see their players give a shit. And when you look at Man United for the last year, some of the performances that these individual players put on last season were disgraceful, right? Forget about whether they had a good relationship with the manager or not. They weren't fit to wear the badge. So to see such a dramatic 180 in 12 months, not even 12 months, we're talking about the end of last season, just a few months. You can tell these guys are fighting for Erik Ten Hag. You can tell that they believe in him, and you can tell that they're ready to fight for their Man United career. Because at the end of the day, a lot of these guys are fighting for their career. We're going to go through a few individual performances, but a lot of these guys, we keep talking about how many chances do they want to give. I think they're starting to realize it too. I want to start with Fred, right? Fred, for all the shit that we give him, and we talk about a roller coaster of performances. One day he's on top of the world, one day he's the worst performer on the pitch. The one thing that you have to give to Fred at all times is his effort and his mentality, in that he never lets himself get too low. He never lets performances get to his head. A lot of players play terribly and their head dips, their head goes down, and you can't see them. They hide. Fred makes himself accountable, and yesterday may have been the perfect game for him because he likes when it's a fight. He likes when it's chaotic. He likes when he can get himself stuck in there, and I think that game was tailor-made for him. But bro, even the way he was kind of the one leading the press from the front, this guy was pressing Lloris at times. That energy.
Sometimes he was off the last man from a De Gea goal kick.
Yeah,
it was unbelievable.
And you talk about, right, like a busy October month where United are playing 3 times a week, and we keep talking about, can Eriksen continue playing every single game? He can't, realistically. No player can play 3 games a week for an entire month, especially one like Eriksen. Fred showed yesterday that, okay, this guy is going to give you a howler every once in a while, but one thing you can't fault about him is his effort. And yesterday, I thought it was, next to Casemiro, right? You saw why those two are the main midfield duo of Brazil, because they complement each other pretty well, right? Casemiro was the steal, the experience, and technically he showed anyone still doubting him. The guy is world class. He oozes class. And Fred next to him, I think, is the perfect fold-in. I wanted to talk to you about Casemiro because there was one thing you said in our group chat yesterday. This is what United standards should be.
Yeah.
Rolls Royce. Casemiro, take it away.
Like, honestly, just quickly on Fred, like with what you're saying about his mentality, it's right. Going into the stadium, speaking at the people there, people are like, Fred in the lineup. Oh, Fred. Like, it gets to a point that sometimes he passes the ball, he was falling over. He was doing all this, and people were laughing. Like, but then after a while, you start seeing people like, hold on 1 second. What's Fred doing here? He's dropping a master. It literally went from, Fred, because, he took 2 dead shots, I think it was, and stuff. So everyone's like, Fred, whatever. And then all of a sudden, he's dropping a masterclass, bro. And everyone started rising to it. You know what I mean? And he ended up being the one which is gassing the fans the most. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, big him up, man, for keep going. Like, continue going. But honestly, Casemiro, oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Listen, my eyes do not fail me, bro. This is why I call him the best defensive midfielder in the world before Manchester United. And just because you put on a red shirt doesn't mean I'm going to change my mind. That guy is the perfect DM, bro. I'm telling you now. His positioning, I was just sometimes just watching him. Because, sometimes people say, go watch stuff live and see da. I was watching him, just his movement. Drops into the back 3, allows Varane to go a little bit further away, Lissandro to be a little bit there. All right, cool. These guys are pressing. I'm just going to go right in that gap between those two and just patrol this area all the time. Then sometimes he just breaks. Sometimes he breaks. He knows when, this person's going to turn out, cynical foul, break it up. I fall over with the person as well, so I don't get it 3 times. Avoiding
master of the dark arts, bro.
But then it's not only that. I want to talk about his ball playing as well yesterday.
So good.
Calm, cool on the ball. His IQ was ahead of the curve. Knew when to pass it short. Knew when to go long. Sometimes he made like 1 or 2 sloppy ones. However, all round he was just so cool. Honestly, bro, it felt like he was playing with flip-flops on, bro. I'm not joking when I say he looked a level above that pitch. Like, he shouldn't have been there. It's like, what are you doing out there, bro? You know what I mean? You should be a Modric and like, it's just what I was saying. People are actually thought Casemiro has to come and prove himself to them. Madness, bro. This is I'll say 4-time, but they can say 5, but 5-time Champions League winner. Bro, he has played at the highest level. Games against Spurs at home ain't phasing him, bro.
Bentancur hype.
Come on.
Bissouma hype. He's played against Iniesta, bro. He's played against the Pirlos, man.
This is what I'm saying. Man, I'm talking Bissouma, bro. Get out of here, bro. And these are the people that people were saying United should sign and they'll transform our midfield. Casemiro is the standard. I saw someone say it with Van Persie or something. That feels like a player where it's like, yeah, everyone needs to get to this level. Everyone needs to get to. If Man United can sign players at this level, now don't get twisted. You're not going to be able to get world-class players everywhere. But if players can catch up to this level, that is what sets you apart. And I feel like Liverpool fans feel it with Thiago. They look at Thiago and they're like, nah, man, this quality is just
It's different.
It's just different, man. You know what I mean? And that is what it is with Casemiro. And for anyone, as I kept saying, people know I stand on what I say. I have been when people talk about the McTominay situation, I was saying, listen, don't joke with that one. McTom is gonna come and find his role. However, Casemiro is the one. I don't care. Okay, we had to wait until a loss happened, but that is an irreplaceable player. Absolute irreplaceable player, man. What a player, bro. Honestly, I was, oh man, I've been such a big fan of him as well. And so this is the first time I've got to see him live. And bro, I was just studying this guy. I was just watching this guy, and I was like, nah, his positioning is world level, bro. Like, oh man, what a player, bro. Like, and then you see that time when he acted like he's gonna kick it and just let it roll past.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, no,
bro, it's so easy for him, bro. It's
the
so
stadium,
easy.
the stadium did. Oh,
brother. But they have the right to, right? Because we've been starved of a defensive midfielder, bro. Since Carrick, and even Carrick, right? The last few years, he wasn't at his best. We haven't had a calming presence just sitting in front of the back four consistently. Matic gave it to you every 10 games. He gives you a clinic. But we haven't had elite quality at that position for years now. It's been so just disregarded by every manager.
The centre midfield area has been neglected for Man United always.
Yes.
We still say in a way, okay, yeah, let's say from Carrick. I don't want to go too far and go to Roy Keane. Let's say from Carrick. We haven't replaced Carrick. And we still haven't replaced Paul Scholes.
Yeah.
Till this day, we haven't. Carrick has been replaced now. Casemiro is coming in. Yeah, world level player. Better, in my opinion, than Carrick. Anyway, yeah, he definitely is. Now, you're bringing in, now we need to find that person that controls games. Because the reason why Fred struggled so much against Newcastle is because, not to say Spurs are coming out or whatever, but the fans that's more of a Fred game where it's a big game.
He feeds off the chaos, bro. He feeds off the chaos.
That is the perfect thing to say. Feeds off the chaos. Newcastle ain't here to feed off no chaos. You know what I mean? And that's why he struggled majorly. Yes, Eriksen is a fantastic, but he's not going to be a long-term replacement for Scholes. Now that's where we get in a let's say a Frankie or whoever. That is the target. And I know Ten Hag is going to be looking at that. Levels, man. Levels. And listen, I've been saying for a long time, you need them anchors, bro. You need a what did I say? DFD. I've been saying it for the longest. Defend first DM. Casemiro's first thought isn't let me play and I can do that. I'm good enough to do it. Oh no.
I packed that thing too.
Yeah, I packed that thing too. You know what I mean? But first thing first, let me scan. Let me see. Let me defend. Where's the danger? That's what you need, bro. That's what Man United have always needed. Defend first DM. And we've got one now. 30 years old. People are going on as if he's like 37. 30 years old.
He's the same age as KDB, who's apparently the best 10 on the planet.
There we go. 30 years old, experienced, can be a leader for whoever, a mentor. You're going to, little games like this, people are going to look at him and be like, all right, we've got a player here. You know what I mean? We've got a player. And we made Spurs look worse. Spurs have played in poor spells lots of times this season, and they walk away. Spurs have got the same points as Man City.
Yeah.
But, so I don't want to hear no one say, oh, Spurs are just rubbish. We made them look worse because they didn't walk away with any points, bro. We dumped on them. Because when Arsenal dumped on them, man, them was saying, and Spurs didn't play that well. People were saying Arsenal are imperious. Well, we've just dumped on them. So United deserve the credit for this game, bro. Not all about Spurs. United deserve the credit, bro.
Levi, we haven't spoken about him yet. I'm leaving it more towards the end. I want to focus on the positives. You know, there's going to be a lot of shows this week that are going to focus their entire show on Cristiano Ronaldo, but United just had their best performance of the season, so we're going to focus on that first. We will get into that, but listen, we talk about and I want to stay positive. We talk about every single man, bar maybe one, standing up and being held accountable. And I want to talk about another guy who, again, whatever you think about his game, and me and Cam are not huge fans of this guy. Whatever you want to say about his game, one thing you can never question about him is his mentality and his ability to kind of forget about bad games and keep persevering. And Bruno Fernandes yesterday, that's one of his better games ever for Manchester United. Forget about just under Ten Hag this season. Like there's been games where he's come away with 3 assists and a goal, 2 assists and a goal, even a hat trick at times. But yesterday I thought Bruno was outstanding at a number 10. I know you said he was better than usual. I think he was actually outstanding, creating chances for fun, and not just these fugazi chances that he creates at times, creating clear-cut chances, took his goal well, unlucky not to be onside for the second one. And again, I keep talking about mentality. Bruno, whatever you want to say about his game, there's a reason why he is a leader and why he's considered the captain of that club. I'm sure he's a huge figure in that dressing room. Whatever you want to say about his game, his mentality can never be questioned. And I thought yesterday, compared to the game that he had on Sunday, where garbage, midweek in Europa League, garbage. Today, I thought, wow, that's a performance from a real man right there.
Yeah, what you're saying, that was one of his better performances from Bruno. Like he was way more disciplined. I do think he gave the ball away a little bit in random moments where it's just what's the word? It's like, you know, something you get too comfortable and you just do something silly. That's what happens sometimes. But he just did what he needed to do. Don't overcommit. Don't run around and be headless. Understand what is going on. And actually, exactly with Stefan saying here, Bruno actually retained the ball well. Yeah. And that was the most surprising thing for me. Bruno scoring goals does not surprise me.
Yeah.
I have seen, how many goals has Bruno scored? 70 goals for Man United?
A lot. And that's why, Cam, I hate when people, like, you'll be criticizing Bruno during a game and he'll score a goal and everyone will be like, oh, it's told you so. That's never the question, right? Yeah.
I don't even care about that. If Bruno didn't score yesterday, it doesn't make me say he played. It doesn't change my mind on that he played well.
Agreed.
Yesterday, he played well, bro. And that is what is important. Same way that I'm sure we'll talk about Antony as well.
Yeah.
Can you affect games without scoring and assisting? Funny enough, Bruno still had to go and get his own. You know what I mean? He still wants to eat.
I'm leaving here with something.
Yeah, I mean, he left with something. But overall, his performance was good. So it was a disciplined one. And that is the best version of Bruno you're going to be able to get if he's disciplined, if he doesn't overdo it, shooting at the right moments. He took about 2-3 shots. And I was like, that was good shot selection, bruh. You know what I mean? That was actually a good shot selection, bro. It wasn't wild, it wasn't wayward, and everything was good. And yesterday he played like a captain, bro. He genuinely played like a captain, bro. So fair enough, man. Listen, Ten Hag is doing something, bro. Ten Hag is doing. We gotta remember, we are 10 league games into this man's career. 10 people,
and he's already beaten Conte, Klopp, and Arteta.
Conte, Klopp, Arteta, bro. Come on, man. 10 games, man. You gotta make it happen, man. And we got a good manager here, man. And if he can get Bruno playing, then you might be the best manager in the world.
He's a brain surgeon if he can get Bruno playing, bro. Where do we go from here? Because I mean, there's
do you know how long it took me to realize that the goal was disallowed?
For real, you were celebrating like a madman.
I was like, yeah. Bro, this
guy went all the way to Old Trafford to see Bruno score, to see Fred score, to see Luke Shaw drop a masterclass. Hey, man, you might have to go more often, bro.
It's funny because I was in the box, right, and then people were saying, "Oh, like they're not confident." I said, "I'm here. We're winning." I said, "We're winning."
I'm weak.
I said, "I'm here. We're winning." And bro, I've only seen one loss. I've only seen one loss at Old Trafford, and that was Juventus, the Juventus game when Ronaldo came back.
Oh, Dybala. Yeah,
we lost that game. That's the only loss I've seen at OT ever.
Bro, last 3 games I went to OT, we lost.
Fuck, man. You're bad. Like, you stay home, please.
That's why I stayed home, bro. From the comfort of my soul.
Don't get twisted, Ash. I was in there with the real men. The box was for the halftime and thingy. Then I went
eating steak. Where's your pie? Where's your pie and
pie and mash? Yo, I ain't no prawn sandwich brigade, bro. I ain't the prawn sandwich brigade.
The food at Old Trafford for the common folk. Oof, I would be in the box too. I can't lie.
Yeah, I'm saying,
get your money up.
I don't want that mash they were giving Jake Humphries, bro. Give me that steak. You know what I mean? And put some peppercorn sauce on it.
Listen. There's an elephant in the room right now. It was a beautiful, beautiful day yesterday. Beautiful, beautiful performance. But there's a reason why the title of this video is Ronaldo versus Ten Hag. Because despite this brilliant performance, all morning, I'm assuming all week, all we're going to be hearing about is one storyline. And it was that Cristiano Ronaldo, again, didn't make an appearance off the bench, sat on the bench the whole time. In fact, he didn't sit on the bench the whole time because with 2 minutes left in the game, 3 minutes left in the game, he decided to walk down the tunnel. And that really took not the gloss off a wonderful performance, but the attention, because then immediately the whole timeline, the punditry, the fans are immediately questioning, is you with me or what? Well, as the Drake song go, is you with me or what? Cam, you know where I stand. I don't got to make my opinion felt. I've been consistent with the fact that I don't believe Ronaldo really cares about Man United. Even when he came back, I thought it was more so Sir Alex gave him that last-minute call, and he loves Sir Alex like a second father. But I've never thought that Ronaldo feels United the way that he felt Real Madrid or the way that Rooney feels United.
Yeah.
And yesterday, for me, kind of sums that up. His interests are more with himself than with the club. And as great a professional as he is, he's more so a professional to his own body, to keeping himself at the top level. Doesn't lie with United. His loyalty doesn't lie there. Does yesterday kind of just sum that up? Where do you sit with that?
Bro, for me, I can't say what I was saying because we'll get this channel banned, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But
Really?
Bro, for me, nah, I'm not with that. I ain't with that, bro. I'm not with that. Ronaldo, like, for me, that's the biggest slap in the face, bro. You know what I mean? Like, listen, a player wanting to leave, you can want to leave. But you're here now, mate. You tried to go everywhere in Europe, mate. They didn't want you. You know what I mean? You're here. The only person that wanted you was Todd Bowley. You know what I mean? Tuchel ended up losing his job because of that. You know what I'm saying? Ronaldo, Man United won the game, bro. If Man United lost, I still would not have it. But then you can start trying to, people might kind of come with excuses, blah, blah. Man United just had the best performance of the season. The best performance of the season under Ten Hag's new reign. And Mr. Ronaldo at the 89th minute decides, you know what? Let me make this about myself. Because Ronaldo's not dumb. Ronaldo knows what the media are going to do. Ronaldo knows everyone's going to lap that and make that about him. That was totally unprofessional. And for me, bro, I am not backing that, bro. And you know what? It's even more disrespectful that people in the media, some people that are defending Ronaldo, are saying that he's being disrespected. You would not say that. You're disrespecting Ten Hag by saying that. They're basically saying Ten Hag's a nobody and he should bow down for Cristiano. Because you would not say Fergie is disrespecting Ronaldo. You would not say Jose is disrespecting Ronaldo, LVG or whoever we've had, Klopp, Pep. Nobody will be saying they're getting disrespected. They'll just be saying good, strong, tough man management. That's what they'll be saying. So all of this is a disrespect to Ten Hag. People are disrespecting him by saying that Ronaldo's being disrespected. Bro, hold the bench. You're 37 years old now, bro. You can't play every single game. The last game you played, Man United were mid. You came off and United improved. Do you know what I mean? And now you just had the best performance and you go and walk down it. I am not with that. And honestly, if Ten Hag decided tomorrow to say, I don't want Ronaldo in my squad at all anymore, let him go on vacation to Portugal, go World Cup, and let's get him out of the club. I would not argue with that in any way. That is disgraceful, bro. That's worse than what Tevez did. Tevez, when he was on the bench, was saying, me, I should come on, but apparently there was a miscommunication, whatever. You knew what you're doing there, Ronaldo, bro. People are telling me, warm up. How many times do you have to warm up? So now we do warm-up counts.
Yeah.
I ain't never heard of a warm-up count. I ain't ever heard a sub's warm-up count be tallied, bro. Allow it, man. Ronaldo, that's egotistical. And he confirmed yesterday he does not care about the fans. He does not care about the club. He cares about himself. He actually, forget the fans, forget the club. He does not care about his teammates.
That's the biggest insult, right? Yeah, 100%.
He's not with them. So when they went into the dressing room, what did he do? Well done, guys.
Bro, that's the thing, Cam. He didn't go to the dressing room. He went home. Laurie Whitwell reported that he drove straight home.
There we go. That's disgraceful, bro. Because let's be honest, let's keep it a buck. Ruud van Nistelrooy, when he found out he wasn't in the Carling Cup final because Louis Saha started, Van Nistelrooy went home. Yeah, Van Nistelrooy didn't play for Manchester United again. That was the farewell.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And that's what Fergie did. This is Ruud van Nistelrooy, bro.
Fergie did it to Beckham, to Stam, bro. If you're not with the club, you're against us.
Ruud van Nistelrooy at that moment was still a gunman. The next season, he won the Golden Boot for Real Madrid. So let's not talk as if like Van Nistelrooy, because Ronaldo's the GOAT in conversations. In tally, Van Nistelrooy is better at that point than Ronaldo is now. Do you get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
allow it. I don't want to hear it. If anyone thinks about Fergie and what Man United stand for, you can't back this.
Bro,
You
100%.
can't back this. I'm seeing all these silly accounts trying to be like, well, he's a winner. You should respect him. Blah, blah, blah. No, you hold the bench, bro, man. Like that's a joke thing, man. I don't rate that. I don't
This
rate that,
is
especially for
yeah.
someone like I be defending Ronaldo. I be defending him. So that's why I'm even more annoyed, bro. Because bro, now it leaves you to be getting trolled. You not saying it's gonna damage his legacy or something, but why do you want to make it about yourself, bro? 89th minute. So like I don't get it. Like, bro, it's beyond me, bro. And I saw people, ex players, blah blah, trying to defend him in the media. I ain't having that, bro. They ain't having it. Now it's just like, don't talk on the situation if you're not going to be truthful about it at that
Yeah.
point. You know what I mean? It's a joke. Honestly, it's a joke, man. And I'm so disappointed. As I said, anything Ten Hag does going forward in regards to this, people need to support. People need to support because this is a manager. This is finally a manager. You see what Arteta did? Abba, yes, it's not Cristiano.
Yeah. Ozil too.
Ozil, yes, it's not Cristiano. They're not that level. But managers come in and stamp their authority, regardless, bro. You know what I mean? And that's remember Joseph Casillas.
Bro, remember Pep with Dino. Remember Pep with Dino.
Bro, man was playing
Lopez.
Diego Lopez. Bro, when a manager comes in and stamps his authority, bro, you know what I mean? And even Casillas was probably still a good goalkeeper at that point as well. That's how mad it is. Ronaldo, you're 37, come 38. Accept it. Accept it. Accept it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is, man. And I'm disappointed. And whoever his mates in his main media friends are gonna back him and stuff, but nah. Don't let me start hearing about warm-up counts. That's a joke.
Bro, it's crazy.
It's getting petty now. It's getting pathetic. It's getting pathetic, man. And listen, he tried to leave, he didn't get it. It is what it is, man. I can't hear nobody trying to defend that stuff, man. And I'm disappointed. That's the thing. We just come off the best performance. I don't want to talk about Ronaldo, bro. Sit on the bench, but the media play up to all this stuff anyway. Why am I seeing Ronaldo's face on the screen, and stuff like?
This was always the problem with bringing back Ronaldo, Cam, because. And this is where, like, the ex-players, I get it. Because, again, it kind of goes back to what we were talking about last week. These guys went to war with him. Like, they're obviously going to have a bias. I understand, like, they should just say nothing. But I understand it more from them. They know the guy. The fans on Twitter and the fans who are backing Ronaldo, this, for me, is where you separate who's a Man United fan, who has Man United's best interests at heart, and who's here because they were a Juventus fan 3 years ago, they were a Real Madrid fan 5 years ago, and they're just following Cristiano Ronaldo wherever he goes. And I think there's a lot of people on that side of it. And that's the thing of Ronaldo, right? Wherever he goes, there's so much attention and baggage and fans that follow with him, for better and for worse. They're going to buy his kit. They're going to up the merchandise. That's why the Glazers brought him back ultimately. Whether you believe the City thing or not, they saw an opportunity with a massive marketing tool that we need Cristiano Ronaldo at the club. But it brings bad publicity as well. Every single decision that Ten Hag now makes relating to Ronaldo is going to be scrutinized under a microscope. You said it perfectly. We're just coming off the performance of the season. And earlier in the season, it was Liverpool that was the performance of the season. And after that, it was Arsenal that was the performance of the season. Ronaldo didn't play in either of them. He came off the bench in two of them. And it was the same story. The next week, instead of talking about Ten Hag's tactics, Ten Hag's bravery, what players stood up and held themselves accountable for, how great Lisandro Martinez was, the next week is talking about one man. So let him go to the World Cup, in my opinion. Right? Continue backing yourself, Ten Hag. Back your philosophy over a name. Let him go to the World Cup. And then in January, I believe that the club and him should just part ways because it's getting ugly at this point. I don't know how the fans, you can tell me, right? Because I didn't hear it from the stadium. How did the fans react to it? Was there booing? Was there outrage? What happened?
Honestly, like the Stretford, because where I was on the Stretford end, innit? Like, and the fans on that section from where I was, they were like, it was pure confusion. No one knew how to react at that point. There was some boos. There was some like kind of, fucking what's going on? This. But a lot of it was confusion. I saw it and I was like, what's he doing? Like, it just didn't feel right. It happened so quick, but you're still trying to think about the game. My man's there. You're still trying to think about the game. And what's worse, bro? When he warming up, Viva Ronaldo.
He never acknowledges it, right?
He's just there, innit? Whatever. But Viva Ronaldo, they're going crazy for him. For him to then, about 50 minutes later, bomb down and just walk off. I was like, nah, this guy doesn't.
Here's the thing too, right, Cam? Everyone was talking about that clip of Dallo the other week where like great leadership skills for him to go bring Ronaldo over to the fans. No one mentions the fact that it's Cristiano Ronaldo who's a United legend. He knows about United more than Dallo is. Why
Yeah,
is a kid having to drag you to the fans to go
yeah,
appreciate them after a game? He never does it. He
yeah.
always heads straight on the. For me, this is where I have a real hard time like finding myself infatuated with Ronaldo. This, of course, just adds on to it. But I never thought for a second that this guy really cares about the club. He's a legend. We got to appreciate him for what he did. But I don't see the infatuation with it.
I feel like the guy, his individual self drive has made him who he is.
Yeah,
One of the best footballers we've seen, and we'll
definitely.
be able to give him his praise or whatever. However, he's self-centered. He thinks about himself. He doesn't really care. He's now at Man United more for his stats, to see what he can, to put down numbers. I don't even really. He doesn't really give a toss about anything else. Probably put down numbers, continue his legacy. And I said it in the group chat when he signed. I said, once the euphoria went away of the first Newcastle games, I said this season's going to end up a situation where everyone's going to be speaking about Ronaldo's so great, but then the team might not win or anything, and it's going to look like that. And that is exactly what ended up happening, right? He got his goals. People talk about, oh, he's the GOAT, blah, 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 blah. Fair enough to him. But now he's showing that he doesn't even want to operate in something which is potentially building. If you were doing this on the Rangnick, I'll be like, you're weird, but then Man United are failing. The fact
Yeah.
that the new era, you're trying to start new things, you're trying to start new plans. And at the end of the day, let's be honest, the reason why I'm not even too fast is Ronaldo is not part of Man United's future. Whether he's in his peak or not,
Thanks.
37 to 38-year-old Ronaldo is not in Man United's future on a 1-year contract. Is not, with 1 year left on his deal, and Man United have a club option to extend. You're not in Man United's future. So for me, it is what it is. Everything we talk about Ten Hag is how can we get to the future? What are we going to do in the future? Ronaldo is not going to be in those images in the future. So go and do whatever you want to do. Leave. It is what it is. I don't care. I don't care at this point, man. And it's just tainting. Like, you're United legend, as you said. You're tainting it. You're the Ballon d'Or winner at this club, player of the year, club player of the year, all this type of stuff, Champions League winner.
Bro, people talk
This
about
to be
like
your last in memory.
how many people around our generation, or probably more my generation, grew up and the first player that got them into United is Cristiano Ronaldo. So many people, bro.
Yep. And before that, it would have been Van Nistelrooy. Before that, it would have been Beckham's and stuff like that. People that Cantona off way before that. They're like the staple players that got people supporting Man United.
Yeah.
And now man is doing this, walking off and doing all this nonsense after publicly we know you wanted to leave, and I'm gonna release an interview. Bro, no one is here for your drama, man. You're not in your peak, bro. You're not 23, 24, 25. We ain't here for that, bro. You know what I mean? Do all of that over there, man. You know what I mean?
How do you think it ends up, Cam? How do you think it ends up? Do you like, what do you think? What do we like? Look, he can't leave until January, and let's face it, they're not going to just like cancel his contract right now. We're in this situation from now until January. We're a little lucky because there's the World Cup that interrupts that. But how does Ten Hag move? What do you think the next steps are?
Bench. Whether Ronaldo's professionalism, we'll see how professional he is. When Man United are benching him and then he has to come on, and we still have to bring him on. Listen, as I said, if Ten Hag said, I don't need Ronaldo, he's not going to play for me no more, and I'm going to call up flipping Charlie McNeil or Hugo. I don't care, bro. I'm not saying they're Ronaldo. They want to do whatever they want. I would not stand in the way from it, because he has just directly disrespected the club, the fans, and his teammates. As I keep saying, it's his teammates the most. You think I ain't walking off after that saying Ronaldo is a waste, man? You think people ain't saying Cristiano? Nah, he's a Dallo. Go chat to your boy, man. Go chat to your boy. You know what I mean? Go chat, bro. Of course, that's happening. Hey, Casemiro, go chat to your boy, man. Like, what's wrong with him? Do you know what I mean? Like, that is the worst thing you can do, especially when it's already been rocky. You know what I mean? It's already been rocky with all them type of situations. Ten Hag doesn't care. That's what I love. And that's why the media are on him more. Because, LVG and Jose, they wouldn't have tolerated this, by the way, but they would have made a whole song and dance about it. They would have come out Jose would have come out in the public and probably said, he ain't ever playing for me. Or Jose would have done something major that would have given you a quotable for years. LVG too, he would have made that the maddest thing. Ten Hag, I'll deal with that tomorrow. I don't care. You know what I mean? I'll move with that tomorrow. Look, see, we know. Of course, he's furious. Of course, he's furious. Yeah, I mean, the whole of Ten Hag's era so far has been about Ronaldo. Pre-season, all about Ronaldo. Where's Ronaldo? Where's Ronaldo? Just beat Liverpool. Where's Ronaldo? Where's Ronaldo? Where's Ronaldo? Everything has been that. You know what I mean? He's gonna cut him off soon. I just don't know how soon it's gonna be. But hey, fair enough, man. You're 37. You're not 23-year-old.
Damn, yeah.
You're not 23-year-old petulant boy who's had it too much like Mbappe. You're 37. You should be a mentor to these guys.
That's exactly what I wanted to touch on, right? Go to Milan and look at the guy who's the mentor in that dressing room. I'm not just saying that because I'm saying it. It's a fact that Zlatan Ibrahimovic has embraced that mentorship role at AC Milan. Ask
the
any
most
person at the club.
Player
biggest ego of all time. He talks about himself in third person, bro. He calls himself a god, and he was willing to take a step back, understand where he is at this part of his career, looked at himself and said, I can either go to the MLS and ball out.
Mm-hmm.
I can retire and call it a day on a beautiful career, or I can go to Milan, be part of something that's building with a young core, and offer what has basically made me like one of the greatest players of the last 20 years, and offer that to these young players. And he's embraced that mentorship role. He plays 10 minutes here and there. Sometimes he'll start the odd game, but he knows where he's at in this part of his career. And again, we talk about Zlatan, right? We talk about egos. It doesn't get bigger than this guy. What's stopping Ronaldo from doing that? Is it the fact that this summer he was so in his head that I'm a Champions League level player, I'm above this club, I'm above these players, and it's kind of just come down to reality? I have no idea, because you look at Zlatan, that's what every player at this age should be doing. Understanding that they've had a great career and trying to help the next generation. And it seems with Ronaldo, that's just not his intention whatsoever. It's not in his resume.
Bro, it shows that he doesn't think Ten Hag can chat to him. It shows that he's basically saying to Ten Hag, put your medals on the table. But as we said, listen, the thing about the old days,
they're the old days.
You know what I mean? It's gone. It's gone. You're not that Champions League winner no more. You didn't win it at Juventus. You didn't win it. You're not winning it at Man United. It's gone, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So listen, he's just got to hold that, man. He still thinks in his head that he's that guy. And fair enough. Go somewhere else. If you want to go somewhere else and go and do that, like maybe a team might take upon you that's in the last 16 of Champions League, and they think maybe we need a clutch player every now and again. Good luck, bro. But just don't. You're here now. You're here. No one. You signed that 2 years.
It's like the Mbappe situation, bro. You signed up. No one put a gun to your head.
You said I want to leave Juventus. You signed here, bro. I don't care about Fergie call. If Ronaldo wanted to, he could have said, "No, I'm going to City." If the whole City thing was true, do what you wanted to do. So listen, I don't have sympathy for people that sign up to things and throw strops. So Ronaldo, whatever happens, man. Legend of the club or whatever, but it is what it's time to move on, man. Time to move on.
I'm with you, and we'll move on as well. Like I said, I'm not trying to make the whole thing about Cristiano Ronaldo, but it's also the elephant in the room, right? You can't not talk about him. Cam, there's another performance that I want to talk to you about, and I keep bringing him up every single week because I'm hoping that I can get something out of you.
Who is it?
Luke Shaw.
In fullbacks.
Luke Shaw. Even Abs, who's a bigger hater than you. You guys don't know Abs, but he's a part of our group chat, right? Even Abs, who is the biggest Luke Shaw hater I've ever seen in the group chat yesterday, was giving this guy his dues. So, Cam, I approached you. I bring you to the stage yet again with your attorney in hand.
Hello.
Luke Shaw, rate his performance out of 10.
As I said, I'm not giving nobody lower than a 7. I'm not giving majority of them. I'll give him a 7.58. Good performance.
Just to get over the...
No, 7.58. That was a good performance. It was a good performance, man. Because the best thing about it is that he wasn't slow on the ball. Still, him and Sancho seem to not really understand each other. They don't really pass to Shaw doesn't really Sancho waits for the ball while Shaw's coming forward. It's kind of a weird little dynamic there.
Yeah.
However, Shaw was good on the ball. He was good defensively. He did everything that he needed to do in that game. And listen, Shaw is capable of these things every now and again. He does it. And as I said, people will be content and make it look like, he should be there forever. That's not my stance. However, I can always appreciate when somebody has a good game. I don't care who you are. And he had a good one, man. Well done to him for that game. But I've seen Luke Shaw do this. I've seen him do it last season too. Shaw does these things. It's about maintaining it, keeping it up, and being consistent with it. You know what I'm trying to say? So well done to him. Him and Dallo were spraying balls across the box, across to each other. He even put in one decent cross where somebody should have been there.
Yeah.
They were all looking at him like, "What are you doing?" I'm thinking, bro, that's an excellent cross. Can somebody get into the back post or whatever? So Nah, man, very good performance from Luke Shaw, but for me, Dallow's performance as well was amazing.
Bro, Dallo, that tackle he had on Perisic that we got a goal kick out of, I was
Yeah,
so gassed, bro. Oh
yeah,
my god.
1v1, bro. 1v1.
Yeah.
Literally, like he had a few 1v1 opportunities where they were on the counter and he just waits, and then it gets handled. So nah, man, big performances from everybody. And Luke Shaw, yeah, he deserves credit for that as well.
Yeah,
Definitely.
speaking of Perisic on that side, by the way, Antony and Dallo gave him hell, right? My
Ooh.
days. Antony, I think that's his best performance overall in a Man United kit. Like he was dynamic, he
Mhm.
was aggressive, he was taking on his player. He still has a bit of issue taking his player out on the outside, but they couldn't handle him coming inside. I mean,
Bro,
he was looking like Robin at times, bro. That there was one that hit the post, one that
yeah,
Lloris had a good save. He looked direct and he looked hungry, and that's all
bro,
you can really ask from.
it's the art. It's the art to be able to cut in all the time and still get your
Yeah.
shot off. You know what I mean? He's still getting his shot off. Whether he's cutting on or not, he is getting his shot off, bro. And that is a skill. That is an art. Yes, he needs to go down the line a little bit more, but he's scared to use his right foot. However, bro, his dribbling, his retention in tight areas was beautiful,
Yeah.
bro. Yesterday, I was like, okay, you know what I mean? Antony, I might owe you a apology. I wasn't familiar with the game because, bro, he was moving real nice. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. There was one time I think it was was it Perisic or who did he drop on the floor? On the floor when that turn on the right
Perisic, I
on
swear.
Conte.
Perisic or
Perisic,
Davies was one of them.
yeah, left them. He knows how to manipulate the ball well. He retains it. He rarely loses it. He's a showman. He loves it. You should have seen it. He got subbed, right? Started acting like he's injured. Oh, take the fans are like, yeah.
This
He's walking
bad
off,
beat.
walking off the pitch, then he'll stop again, take it off, clap again. Everyone will clap. He'll go again. I'm just like, you are milking this, bro. Like he's walking behind the goal while the game is going. I'm like, yo, you are milking this. He loves it. He thinks he belongs here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what's important. He thinks he belongs here. So, man, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. As I said, I wasn't familiar with your game in that situation because I thought you can't beat guys, but that little soul roll kick thing he does,
Yeah.
I ain't know about that,
It's
dude,
broken, bro. Bro, I have no idea why he keeps doing this, bro. He ain't creating no separation.
It's like a game glitch, bro. it's like a game glitch, bro. But fair enough,
like that, bro. He's a 5-star skiller. He's using 2-star skills, bro. That's like that little ball roll flick.
Yeah, I don't know why he keeps doing that, but I think he wants to drag you in, then nip it past you. I get it, but you're trying to do that at like fast pace, bro. You gotta have a lot of skill for that. But nah, man, I was liking that performance, and he needs to maintain that. And the reception that he got when he came off, same with Casemiro. Let the fans let them know we appreciate that.
Yeah,
that's what we want every single week, whether you scored or not. If the fans kind of stayed quiet and were like, he would have probably think, oh damn, I need to get goals, I need to score, I need to. But bro, that is what we want. Watch games.
Old Trafford too, right? They're very famous for like if you show them effort, if you show them desire, they'll reciprocate that, man. Like obviously everyone loves goals, everyone loves assists. But there's a reason, for example, I don't want to make this about Pogba, for example, but there's a reason why the United faithful never really took the Pogba because he's not that kind of player. They never took the Berbatov, rightfully or wrongfully, but they love a certain type of player. They love Tevez. They love Nani. They love guys who are in your face, who are aggressive.
I'm telling you, some tackles were celebrated like goals.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Boom. People were hitting the boom. I'm like, yo, the stadium was rocking up. It was like a goal went in. Yeah, bro, he's right. Man United fans are passion merchants. You know what I mean?
We're seeing top red culture cams. I kind of like it, man.
Hey, yo, I need to
your bag is deep like that. I didn't know that.
Listen, it's nice, man. But as I said, it's all nice when quality is attached to it. You know what I mean? We've got to look how many chances there was. Look how many chances, shots. Casemiro's left foot strike. Heck. You know
I thought that was, bro. If he scored that, my days, the stadium would have just blown up,
bro. You know what I mean? Rashford's opportunities. Obviously, Rashford missed the chances, and I'm sure we'll move on anyway. But the threat that he was to Spurs, Romero, no time. Dyer, no time. Even every time going beyond. And I don't know what people think, like in the comments, but I felt like that was his best 9 performance.
By far.
He was linking up.
Yeah.
Usually Rashford's touch, I'm like, hey, yo, broski. You know what I mean? But bro, his touch was good. He was passing it short. He was flicking it on. What do people think about it? Is like back to play game yesterday. I thought it was an all-round proper 9 performance. I just wish he got a goal, bruv.
I agree.
Don't know, what do the comments think?
Nah, I'm with you. Yeah, we'll 100 Rashford aside from finishing was cold. I completely agree, bro. Like, again, I remember that 2021 season where Rashford had a really good year from like an output point of view, but I always felt his game was lacking something. And that's why I feel like a lot of, especially the modern day fan, where like stats are so important to them. I always say that a player, if he can't have a good game without scoring a goal or an assist, you already have to look at them differently. And Rashford has had games where he's scored 2-3 goals, and I've came out of the game thinking, wow, he couldn't beat his defender one time. He was losing consistently, but his pace and his positioning gets him goals. Yesterday, for me, was like as close to a complete 9 performance from Rashford as I think you can get, right? Like, he's not a 9 to begin with, so you have to temper your expectations to a certain extent. But he's holding it up well. He was even winning headers at points, which we know is not Rashford.
He needs to work on his headers, though.
Bro, it's terrible.
There's too many. To be fair, the one that was the chance, I think that was a little bit behind. But forget that. I'm talking more about when a goal kick comes or when somebody clips it to you. He's not winning any.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, come on. You're still 6'1" or whatever you are.
Which is crazy, bro. Like, he's a big guy. You'd expect and for me, right, to be an elite center forward. I know it's not as important in the past as it is. It was more important back then. Like guys like Drogba, Shearer, you had to be a gunman in the air. And it's less important now because a lot of the game is played on the floor. But for me, you can't be an elite center forward without having like a great header on you.
I think if you ain't gonna have that, you have to be elite. Like R9 isn't known for his aerial ability. Thierry Henry is tall and could not header. He couldn't header. Simple as that. But they're special. They're special. You're not gonna be, bro. Even Michael Owen was a fantastic header of the ball. Which is mad. So I get what you're saying, but you gotta be special if you're not gonna be able to be an aerial threat in any way. And listen, I'm not saying be Drogba, be Shearer. I'm not saying that, but sometimes you do need to flick on the ball, bro.
100%.
Like, when the ball comes, you just be there. Like you see with Lissandro, right? He's not gonna win every single header like that. But as I said,
his body,
goes into your hip. You're not jumping higher than me because I've just nudged you. I've just backed into you. I've just made myself a nuisance. I've held you a little bit. Rashford's got to do that a little bit. And in front of goal, he just needs to calm down just a little bit. He smashes it, but you just gotta calm down a little bit. You know what I mean? Deep breath and then finish it, bro. And once that comes, same thing with Darwin Núñez, bro. As I was saying, once that adrenaline rush in front of goal relaxes, goals will fly in, bro, because there's such nuisances in their overall game. You're gonna get chances. So
their movement creates chances, right? Yeah, 100%.
So that's what they need. That's what he needs to work on. But listen, the fact that United have won 5 of the 6 games Rashford has played up front, I believe. City's the only loss.
Yeah, and he wasn't even fit, to be honest with you.
Decent. Ten Hag's making pegs in round holes?
Yeah, or square pegs in round holes.
And he's still making it work at the moment. So big them up, man.
I want to move slightly away from United, and maybe this is more of like a Euro talk show, but I want to talk about your boy. Because again, the main question coming out of this game that a lot of people have, mostly neutrals, I think United fans for the most part are on cloud 9, and you should be. But a lot of people are also coming out and saying, is this becoming a bad habit with Antonio Conte's teams? And that, bro, they've been bossed in a lot of games this year. Even the games where they've won, and even games where they won 6-2 against Leicester. The first half, Leicester were all over them. And look, let's not be stupid here. Antonio Conte, this is the way he plays consistently. But again, I asked the same question. Is this sustainable over a 38-game season in terms of challenging for a title? And if it's not, because I go back to my main point, Kim. Antonio Conte, you sell your soul. You sell your footballing soul when you get with Antonio Conte because of the promise of trophies or the increased chance of trophies. You say, okay, we're going to play worse football on the eye, but at the end of the day, we're going to come away with a trophy and it'll be worth it. But A, the Spurs team is not as good as any team he's ever coached before, Chelsea, Juventus, and Inter. And B, it's Spurs, and they just have the stigma of they're not going to win trophies. So again, I ask, like, the football that they're playing at the moment, if you don't come away with a trophy at the end of it or like a late title challenge, is it really worth it?
Fam, firstly, Twitter is so funny because Man United just win I've got no Wi-Fi. I got no connection. You know how Old Trafford is. I come out to people at me about Conte. I'm like,
That's crazy. That's
you
cringe,
guys
bro.
know my team just beat,
I
right?
hate that so much, bro.
People like, can't speak on it. Speak like what you got to say. I'm like, are you not crazy? You guys think I care that much to the point where I'd want United to lose to Conte or something? Like, come on. But listen, the thing with Spurs is they've had a couple moments in this season where they haven't played too well, and we know they rely on Kane and
And
they rely on
Son.
Son.
Yeah.
Maybe Son hasn't been participating too much until late recently, but they'll rely on Kane, on Harry Kane or whatever. It was the same thing yesterday, you know what I mean? And that's why they've lost against Arsenal. That's why they didn't beat Chelsea, and that's why they didn't beat us, because they go into games giving these teams the game. Basically, you guys have the ball and we'll try and find a way to adapt to you. But nowadays, teams with these modern coaches, bro, modern coaches now, they want to dominate all areas of the pitch.
Yeah.
They
True.
don't, it's not one of those ones anymore. Like, look, not saying, you see Ancelotti, for example, he still doesn't mind. We don't need to have the ball sometimes. Yeah, we'll have it. Things can happen, whatever. But with these modern coaches, they want all areas of the pitch dominated, all areas of it. And you saw that yesterday with how Man United played, but you saw how Spurs were kind of in a way where they didn't know what to do. They didn't know, should we pass
There was
out
a
here?
period, bro, where Bentancur and Conte were like screaming at each other because I think Bentancur just got frustrated, bro. Like they couldn't get out.
He didn't know, should I pass? They didn't know, should we pass long? Should we pass short? What should we do? They didn't have a clue on how to set up. It really yesterday was Kane. Should we try and get to Kane? He'll swing a one out wide to those man, whatever. But he can't. Kane swings out wide and can't get back in the box because he's so far deep. He can't get in there. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So listen, Conte's football is sustainable if you're going to continuously have match winners who are going to do things. Yes, you're lucky. You've got world level player in Harry Kane. However, the reason why I was working with someone like Chelsea, for example, is because, as I keep saying, the word X factor. You had a player like Eden Hazard, X factor like that, in player of the year form. You know what I mean? And that's why you can continue. We all know Conte's base is going to be solid. You know what I mean? But when you can give it out to a player like Hazard who can run past 2-3 or make things happen, who's natural gravity, then it can work. You know what I mean? Kante, people are saying Seth, he was doing it with better level players. This Spurs team, they're not at that level where maybe it's going to be able to pull off Jose at Inter Milan, top players. Jose at Chelsea, Conte at Chelsea, top level players. When you're starting to try and do these kind of things with players who are not top level, then all of a sudden it can go the other way. But Spurs fans need to also realize, what do they want? Do you guys want good football, or do you guys want results? Because you've got the same amount of points as Man City. So you've had your best ever actual start to a season. So it's like, what do they want? Because when Potter was on the market and there was other managers on the market, where you're like, there was a lot of hesitancy, like, we don't, when Eddie Howe's and all this, the guys that actually do play good ball, it was all like, we're Spurs, you know, blah, blah, blah. Conte's come here. Everyone said, okay, he's going to lift the profile, raise the profile, but you know what you're going to get with him. So I see Spurs fans are frustrated.
You knew what you signed up for.
But you can already tell it's a situation where eventually he'll end up leaving the club.
I think so too.
Eventually he'll end up leaving the club. So for me, I don't know, man. Like as soon as he went there, I said Conte is used to challenging for league titles, not top 4. I don't see this working. You know what I mean?
I think even Spurs fans, right? Like Spurs fans are not United fans in terms of they demand good football, but Spurs have always been known to be like the beautiful losers, basically. Like even in the past of Gascoigne, like you had the Redknapp team, like they're the beautiful losers, bro. But like they embrace that, right? Like they played good football. They're easy on the eye. And that's what I'm saying. If you win a trophy, okay, all is forgiven. Mourinho, that first season at United wasn't brilliant to watch, but you ended up with 3 trophies and you were back in the Champions League and it made it worth it. The next year we finished second, but we didn't win anything. That's when United fans wanted him out. Winning cures everything. But if you don't win with this team playing the type of football that you're playing, I don't think Conte and Spurs will last long. I'm completely with you.
I fully agree. You've got to win. So far, they're doing all right. But I did think that Spurs will be one of those like, Spurs with Conte in a big 6 fixture. or might be spooky. But for them to not have won any this season, it's not looking good. It's not looking good there. So let's see what happens. Spurs fans are frustrated. I see them talking about sack the manager, but I hope Spurs fans know Conte is the last hurrah
for
of
Kane
this
and Son.
attention. This attention. You know, Spurs are now big six. They've got a show. They've got the big six show over there. Big six. Spurs
Cobes ain't gonna be getting those invites once Conte leaves.
Hey, that's the final hurrah, bro. It's that you tried with Poch, he took you to the promised land. He took you to a place that you've never been. Jose Mourinho was there to kind of hold down the fort, still maintain we are Spurs now. We are this kind of pull. Conte now. We're talking 2 of the top 5 potential managers of the last 10 years, right? After Conte, I hope they know they are gonna have to start looking back to. It won't even be Eddie Howe because his project might be looking prettier right now.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have to start looking back to that. Potter's now gone. Chelsea even had to be like, we'll go for a Potter.
They're gonna look for Gary O'Neill, bro.
hey, Daniel Levy is literally gonna have to start looking around that market where maybe the hipster coaches, you know what I'm trying to say? They passed on Ten Hag pretty much. They passed on Potter pretty much. Eddie Howe pretty much. You got Conte. Yay. Next, if it's a return of Poch, maybe, but I don't see that working out again. You know what I mean? Going back and all that.
Never go back to your ex, bro.
Especially if it wasn't like some super successful spell. I mean, Ancelotti can go back. That's nice, but I don't know about, you know what I mean? I don't know about all that. So listen, Spurs, yeah, man. Somebody said, yeah, the sun, that comment there. Yeah, maybe Lopetegui's and that. They're gonna go back to that, where Spurs are a cute club. You know, cute, you know, we played nice little bit of football and stuff. But yeah, the relevancy, the whole lights that are on Spurs at the moment has been held up by their managers. It's not Harry Kane that's holding it up or Son. It's the managers, Mourinho and Conte. Once that goes, yeah, we'll go back to the Martin Yole and that.
No, I think they're a bit too big for that, bro. You got the stadium now too. You're in London. I think they're a bit. Come on, Martin Yole, Juan de Ramos. They're a bit better than that, bro. Come on. Maybe I'm bugging. Maybe I'm bugging, bro.
One day Ramos won them their last cup.
Yeah, he almost got them relegated too, bro. They were in the relegation zone when they fired him.
They went outside for the Kappa Martin Yole days, man. It's better than these days, bro. Defoe, Robbie Keane.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Spurs at least were always like entertaining to watch, bro. They were always like, okay, Berbatov and Robbie Keane for a bit had that era. Like there was always something going on there, bro. These days it's like a drag to watch Spurs, man. You tune into the highlights to see what goal Kane scored, but
yeah, Conte will get them to a certain place.
Yeah.
But if they want to get to where they probably want to get to, Conte's come out today and said we're not good enough anyway. You know what I'm trying to say? And he said that numerous times.
Yeah,
so he said time, but I don't think Conte wants to give them that time. Honestly, I honestly think if Thingy gets sacked, Allegri gets sacked, I actually think Juventus might already be into a Conte. Wait for Allegri to end the season, ride with it. Bye, and then bring in Conte, bro. That's what I can see.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I can see, bro.
We're going to wrap this up just by doing a quick prediction for Chelsea. I don't know if you'll actually be able to watch it. You said you had that wedding, right? Are you going to be able to watch the game or not?
Yeah, I'm still going to try and watch the game. Bro. But yeah, man. You're going to the game?
Nah. It was a two or nothing, bro.
Oh,
that's what I was saying. Get your wedding canceled, bro.
Swear down.
Get them to reschedule that shit, bro.
Damn. My bad, bro.
Nah, it's all good, bro. We'll go another time.
We'll go to another one. But
100%. Chelsea United, both your clubs playing against each other, bro. What you saying?
You're a joke, man. You're a joke. Yo, I want to win. I want a dub, man. I want to see it happen. Let's get that away win, Big Six game. That'll be nice. You know, Chelsea just drew 0-0 to what's their names? Brentford. You know what I mean? So not the greatest result for them. So hopefully we can come and make some noise, man. Shake up that ground. You know, they're still finding their way.
That draw was huge too, right? Because for me, it cancels out the Newcastle result. Okay, we're back on level footing. Yeah.
They're still learning Potter's way. Not every game is going to be the same. I don't think you can predict what Chelsea are going to do. Same thing is you can't predict what Ten Hag is going to do or what Man United are going to do. So yeah, man, let's see what happens. But I'm actually kind of confident for that game.
Me too.
I'm actually kind of confident, but we'll see. We beat them at Stamford Bridge last season, right?
I'll tell you this. I told Hodge this yesterday. The last time we lost to Chelsea at Stamford Bridge in the league was 2017-18 when Morata scored the header.
What a header that was.
Yeah, but since then, bro, we haven't lost the game. Ollie at Stamford Bridge was a cheat code. Even Carrick got a result there last year. So,
all right, yeah, fair enough.
It's crazy, right? I was saying back in the Fergie days, bro, that was our bogey ground. We couldn't win at Stamford Bridge,
bro.
And we were winning leagues.
Going back to Zola days.
Yeah.
Going back to Zola days, United couldn't beat Chelsea, bro. Chelsea was just a bogey team. I don't know where it was, bro. But yeah, man. Yeah, but Stamford Bridge was a fortress them days.
Yeah, these days
Stamford Bridge was a fortress, bro. You know what I mean? It was a fortress. But hey,
Mourinho had that run, right? 91 games or something. He couldn't lose at home.
Like forever, bro. Yeah, so confident.
Me too.
I'm gonna go 2-1. Go 2-1 United.
I like that prediction. I'm gonna copy you. 2-1 United.
Bruh.
Let's go. I'll go through 2 comments. Raphael, bro, appreciate you guys. We appreciate all you guys. Honestly, bro, the love on the streams has been amazing. NBA content. Sammy was asking me about it earlier. Who knows, bro? Maybe FTVL gonna dabble us.
He was asking you about it.
Sammy, who by the way is always consistent in the streams. Everyone who's always in here, we definitely recognize you guys. Raphael, there's a few of you guys. I can't remember all you guys off the top of my head right now. Ash, but shout out all you guys. Shout out all you guys that always come into these streams. We should be back next week. FTBL Culture on Tuesday. Stoppage time on Sunday, obviously. Keep up with my series 32 and 32. We went live yesterday. Every day that content is going out. But yo,
what do you mean De Gea mentions? What did he do yesterday? He didn't really have much to do.
Oh, you want to talk about that?
That's what somebody said. He was giving good. I mean, he was trying. One thing I like is that he was frustrated when he didn't pass it well. At least he knows what he's being judged on. But all round, I don't think he was that tested. To be fair, I think the defense done him well. The Butcher and Varane, very, very well. Other than that, as I said, that Man City game, Varane is quietly having a very good season.
Definitely.
But he's still holding the stigma somehow for last season or whatever. But keep it up. The Butcher, Varane. We're moving, man. Well done to De Gea, man. He's got some protection in front of him, so now it simplifies his game. Let's not make any gaffes, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, let's go Chelsea. Look out for 32. Look out for stoppage time. Subscribe to the channel as well, people. Hit the like button on your way out. What does FTBL stand for? It stands for football. It stands for football, guys. But yeah, man. Let's wrap this up, man. It was good. We'll be back. Obviously, stay tuned on Twitter. My laptop's on 1%, so it might actually go now. So guys,
we'll catch you.
We out.